Relentless rain from the remnants of Typhoon Haikui has swamped southeastern China, forcing cities in Fujian province to close schools, halt public transport, and evacuate tens of thousands of people. Water rushed down streets in Fuzhou and the city of Fuqing to its south, knocking over motorcycles and rubbish bins, video images on social media showed. Cars were left marooned or submerged by the floods, with buildings cut off in landslides and mudslides. The rain broke 12-year-old records in the provincial capital of Fuzhou, weather officials said on Wednesday, prompting warnings that 49 reservoirs had exceeded flood limits. More than 36,000 people were evacuated from homes. Power and communications links were damaged, and nearly 4,195 hectares of farmland were inundated, causing losses state media estimated at 552 million yuan. Schools were closed for a second day, and metro and train services were suspended. Fuzhou received up to 554 mm of cumulative rain on Tuesday, China's national forecaster said, for an hourly record of close to 150 mm. That surpassed the volume brought by Typhoon Doksuri in late July, which caused floods and losses of $2 billion in Fujian, state media said. The rains are expected to last until Friday in central and southern parts of the province. Fujian and Quanzhou were among 6 cities elsewhere in Fujian flagged as being at risk of flash floods and landslides. The provincial government told local authorities to prepare to move people away from the areas that were expected to be hardest hit. After swamping Taiwan, Typhoon Haikui arrived in southern China early on Tuesday, before losing strength and being downgraded to a tropical storm. The Yangtze River in China peaks during a horrible flood that kills 3 million people directly and indirectly. The Yangtze flooded over a 500-square-mile area. The rising waters drove 500,000 people from their homes by the beginning of September. The Yangtze River runs through southern China, one of the most populated areas on Earth. The region's people, most of whom lived at subsistence level, depended on the river for water for their personal and farming needs. The river basin area received far above average rainfall. When torrential rains came again in August, the stage was set for disaster. The rice fields that dominated the landscape were swamped, destroying the crop. Major cities such as Wuhan and Nanjing depended on this rice, and without it, people in the cities starved to death. In addition, typhoid and dysentery were rampant due to the polluted river. The millions who died from this flood perished from starvation and disease, many after the floodwaters had receded. Much of the disaster may have been averted if flood control measures had been followed closely. The Yangtze carries large amounts of sediment, which accumulates in certain areas of the river and must be cleared regularly.
瞧瞧，我的个天呀！哎呦妈呀！